All right, fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. Thanks to our Patreon patrons and our YouTube subscribers who are getting this real time. Thank you to our Amazon Prime members who are smart and industrious and have remembered to link their Amazon Prime account to their Twitch Prime account. And if you are not lazy and you are not stupid, please remember to stick it to Amazon and re-up and reconnect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. Relink it. The instructions are right below. Easy to do. Don't be lazy. Shane needs to get paid so he can afford gas to come out and see me.
This episode of Pachter Factor is brought to you by DeShazer Ryan Realty. Right now, Doug DeShazer has beautiful lots available adjacent to Koocanusa Lake in northwest Montana. Pull up your RV and access the hookups, or build your own construction. Either way, you have access to world-class fishing, hunting, boating, swimming, biking, hiking, and the internet. No matter where you're looking to buy, make Doug DeShazer your real estate consultant at 406-291-1643. That's Doug DeShazer at 406-291-1643.
Okay, today's question from YouTube from user VG8. Do customer boycotts really affect sales that much? What about negative social media campaigns? There was a lot of negative chatter about Hogwarts Legacy before it launched. It's one of the best-selling games from the last few years. So do they matter at all? How big does the uproar have to be before the publisher should address an issue publicly or change its decision? The Hogwarts Legacy thing was because J.K. Rowling was doing all sorts of stupid shit about anti-trans. And I honestly don't understand that woman at all. She just has this hard-on for trans people. I don't get it. That is who she is, and whatever, she hates trans. But no, they don't affect sales that much. I think that it hurts her reputation going forward and gives a publisher of a prospective book or movie or game leverage against her, saying you have tarnished the brand's reputation for Harry Potter or whatever, and we're not going to pay you as much because we have to deal with the negative press. But it's immeasurable, how much it really affects sales. And I guess the answer is, Hogwarts Legacy sold something like 15 million units. Would it have sold 16 but for the boycott? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it would have. So I think that the right question is, how principled are the affected consumers who are protesting? I think a boycott is one thing and being principled is one thing, but actually doing something to hurt yourself is another. And at the end of the day, I'm going to boycott Hogwarts Legacy until I hear it's a great game. And now I'm just going to tough it out and play it. I just won't watch any more J.K. Rowling movies, more Harry Potter or Fantastic Beasts movies. Boycotts are good because they get attention at the time, and they cause, we hope, they cause the intended, subject matter to reform what they're doing. That's what you want to do. And so if you make a political statement and you stick to it and you hurt the business or the individual that you're boycotting, then maybe they'll be more circumspect in the future. J.K. Rowling has not learned her lesson. She did some more anti-trans crap this week. she just can't stop. And again, a boycott is a pecuniary punishment. It's a financial incentive for the person or disincentive for the person, to keep them from doing that behavior in the future. Interestingly, go take a look at the Trump litigation, civil lawsuit with E. Jean Carroll. He was found guilty of defaming her, and I think the amount of damages actual is like $5 million, and the punitive is like 80. So the total now is 91. But he owes her $91 million, and the reason the punitive was so high is that the jury decided we have to give this man a penalty that will provide a disincentive from him defaming her in the future, and he did it the same day after the judgment was handed down. He defamed her again, and he's done it 20 times since. So if that's not enough to stop Trump from doing it, what's enough to cause J.K. Rowling to shut up? I don't think anything will. She's very wealthy, and I don't think she gives a shit. I do think it's unfortunate that we're going to punish Warner Brothers Games for, Hogwarts Legacy, because they obviously didn't know they've been making this game for 5 years, so they're not complicit in that. But you're sending them a message: we don't want you to do business with J.K. Rowling in the future. And they will in fact do business with her in the future, but they will probably say, you cost us 1 million units of sales, so we're going to pay you, 14% royalty next time instead of 15 or whatever it is. So I think that's it. But the answer is, I think consumers have to have the courage of their convictions, and if they say they're going to boycott something, they have to boycott it. And I think as a practical matter, very few people actually follow through. I mean, the average person doesn't have any willpower. I went to a restaurant, a local restaurant, and we did a takeout order, and I gave the waitress all these specific instructions because my wife is just a freak about how she likes her hamburger made. And the waitress repeated it all to me. So I get the food in a big bag. I go home, my wife's burger is missing. So I call the restaurant and I talk to the owner, and he puts me on hold, comes back and says, the waitress said you didn't order a burger. But I said to him, look, I actually did order it. Can you make the burger? And here's his answer. I'm not giving it to you for free. And I go, I don't expect you to give it to me for free. So I went on Yelp and I wrote, I will never go to this restaurant again. The owner is a disputatious bastard. I actually wrote that. And I said, they totally screwed up my order, and somehow their screwing up my order became my fault. And even when they made it right, the guy had to rub in the fact that he was taking his waiter's word for it against me. And I'm not exaggerating. The guy replies on Yelp, why don't you come in and let me buy you lunch and we can discuss your issue with my restaurant? And do you know what I did? I wrote back, I will never set foot in that restaurant as long as you own it. And about 8 or 9 years later, he died. The restaurant changed hands, and I ate there all the time. But I did not go there for 8 years. Point is, being principal for 8 years, I cannot tell you how many times people came over and said, let's go eat at that restaurant. And I go, not me. And we literally had friends who said, let's go eat there. And my wife went with them, and I would not go with them. I'm like, nope. I said I'd never set foot in it while that disputatious bastard owned it. And until he died and sold it, I didn't go in there. Not very many people are like me, but I am one of those people. So it's a very tough issue. I get how people are principled. I cannot stand that J.K. Rowling is anti-trans. I wish she'd keep her mouth shut. I can't stand that anybody is anti-trans. But if you are, keep your mouth shut. It's nobody's business. Do it. Believe what you want to believe, but leave people alone. So I support people boycotting games because they're trying to send a message to the author or the creator. And most people don't have the courage of their convictions, and they don't stick to it. All right, fellow babies, thanks for joining us on this edition of Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. To our Patreon patrons and our YouTube subscribers, thank you. You're getting this show real time. To our Amazon Prime customers who are neither lazy nor stupid, who have remembered to stick it to Amazon and link their Amazon Prime account to their Twitch Prime account. Really easy to do. You got to redo it every month or two. So please remember to do it when you hear me say you're not lazy and you're not stupid. Thank you for doing so. You're getting the show real time. People watching who have not done any of those things because you can't afford it, you don't have Amazon Prime, thanks for watching. You're getting a week late on YouTube because I insist it's free because I don't get paid, so I don't think we should be forced to charge you. But follow me on Twitter at Michael Pachter. We will see you next time, fellow babies.